are at the Pattaya Music Festival 2020 down here on Beach Road, down near the main stage. This is where all the top flight acts from Thailand will be appearing. Now, if you ask me, some of this music, basically almost all of it, is a little bit too much mishy-mushy. It sounds like it all came out of the same recording studio with the same backup musicians, written by the same writers. I don't know, just too much sounding like a manufactured deal. But I guess there's enough people that like it, or somebody thinks they can make enough money off of it, and they're pushing this stuff. I mean, they don't want to bring up the heavy metal. Now you would think, being over in Asia, they would have access to some great Japanese heavy metal, but even that doesn't come in. The Thais want their own music. So that's what happens. They have their own bands come in and they enjoy it. Now, when the lead singer of the band starts singing, I gotta start talking, because if I let any of this music slip through, I will definitely get a copyright violation. I mean, the record companies and stuff here, I mean, I wouldn't want to be an artist on any of those companies, because they ain't going to let you get away with making a dime off of their dime. I mean, the people who have these record companies and do this festival are so protective, they will not even let outside photographers go in and take pictures of their bands. In fact, a few years ago, they had a big name act come in and a whole bunch of photographers, and they took all the foreign photographers or photographers who weren't working for the record company and pushed them way in the back. Now, I'm just going to let you know up in advance, if I do get a copyright strike, I'm just going to tell YouTube, delete the song. It's not worth it to have a copyright strike on, on my videos. Just not worth it to do it. I'll just delete it. I'll let some dead spot come up, and you'll know that they're trying to give me a fake copyright strike so they can have your music back. Most of it's crappy anyway. Now, in lieu of a copyright strike, I would rather put the name of the artist and the name of the song in full screen credit across the screen to give the artist some exposure. That would be the way to do it. And if you look over here at the beach, there's plenty of room for people to run around and have a good time while they have the music in the background. Now the stage is further on down. Now the way I see it, an artist, a songwriter, a record company should be happy as a pig in shit if somebody is willing to use their song in their film or play their song on the radio, or they should even be happier if somebody's willing to do a cover version of their song. But unfortunately, most of the artists, after the song gets to be a couple of years old and doesn't get the airplay that it used to get, they tend to sell their music to a third party. Now, it's good in a way because the artist gets all their cash up front. So now there's numbers of third-party agencies out there who own everybody's music. So the artist doesn't see a penny of that music anyway. All these people here are waiting to get into the cordoned off up front area just in front of the stage. Now at this main stage here, the cordoned off area is divided into two. One half is for the elites and the other half is for the common man. Wasn't it Jerry Garcia or somebody like that? I think it was Jerry Garcia from the Grateful Dead that once said music should be free. And I think it was him because it was his group, the Grateful Dead, that used to sell higher priced tickets in front of the speakers in the auditoriums. That way it was called the taper section. And people used to come in with their tape recorders and sit in that section because they would get good sound. Of course, they paid a premium for the seats, and they would record the show. No, I'm not going to go inside tonight to photograph the bands. Hey, look at this one over here. Kind of cute. There's a few cute ones around, but not like it used to be. I don't understand that. Well, we're walking around and we're looking at people. Well, I tried to get in backstage to take some photos, and the security guard, who had a policeman's jacket on, but it was obvious it was a fake cop, says, "What do you want?" I said, "I'm going to go back there and do some photos." And all he could say was, "No, no, no." Oh well, not like the old days. Hey, look at the knockers on this one. There are very few foreigners here because, as I said in my previous video, the country is basically on a lockdown and they're not letting any foreigners in. Well, they're letting a few in if you have the money to pay your way to get in. Yes, I have filmed this event live as it was actually happening with very little editing, as you can very well tell. It's considered raw footage, kind of like eating raw oysters. All of this has been coming to you for free, so please do me a big favor and like and subscribe. That way you will not miss out on any of the great stuff that is still to come.